Every seal fades, every promise, every peace, every legend. Time is the only wind strong enough to wear down eternity. Centuries have passed since the age of the Minish. The sacred light force is hidden once more, its divine energy resting deep within the bloodline of Hyrule's royal family. And the Minish, the tiny people who once walked between worlds, have vanished into myth. Their works remain only as whispers, a gleaming sword in an ancient shrine said to hold a sleeping storm within its blade. The Four Sword. It is a weapon of creation and division, a relic said to mirror the heart of the one who wields it. And at the dawn of this age, as the people of Hyrule forget their debts to the heavens, that sword will wake again, for in the shadow of legends, something stirs. The story begins in peace. The fields bloom, the rivers sing, and the kingdom knows no enemy. At Hyrule Castle, Princess Zelda has inherited the quiet burden of her life to keep the kingdom safe, not only from war, but from forgetting. Each year, she journeys to the Four Sword Sanctuary. It's her tradition, a renewal of the seal upon the sword that ended an ancient storm. But this time, the wind does not whisper. It howls. Zelda pauses at the threshold of the shrine, her eyes narrowing. Something's wrong. The air, it's heavy, alive. She asks her escort, a young swordsman of quiet courage, chosen by the knights themselves to accompany her. His name is Link. Together, they descend the marble steps. Torches flicker, though no breeze stirs them. Before them stands the pedestal, the Four Sword, gleaming faintly as though breathing. Zelda places her hand upon the seal. A sound, faint as a sigh, escapes the stone. And then, the light shatters. A vortex of violent wind tears through. A swirling, monstrous form comes out from his hiding place. The Wind Mage Vaati returns. Did you think a god could sleep forever? He laughs. I am the wind between worlds, and no prison holds the sky. And with a snap of his hand, Zelda vanishes into his storm, her screams echoing through the vaults. Link lunges forward, but blast throws him against the stone. His vision fades. The last thing he sees is Vaati rising like smoke. Then, darkness. A faint glow touches the edges of the dark. Then, voices. Gentle, chiming, layered like a song carried on the wind. 3 fairies appear, crimson, azure, and emerald. Wake, hero of Hyrule, they whisper. The Wind Mage has risen once more. Princess Zelda has been taken to the heavens. If you wish to follow her, you must awaken the sword. Link stands, trembling, facing the pedestal. The Four Sword gleams faintly. He hesitates, remembering Zelda's warning. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the choice to draw the blade anyway. He grips the hilt. The world explodes into light. Energy rips through his body. Not pain, but division. The air around him fractures into 4 beams of color. When the light fades, he sees himself standing beside himself. 4 bodies, 4 hearts, 1 will. The fairies hover before them, radiant. To face the Wind Mage, you must first face yourselves. Seek the blessings of the 3 Great Fairies, of forest, fire, and ice. Only through their trials will the path to the sky be revealed. Link, or rather the 4 of him, nod, and their journey begins. They enter a vast emerald expanse, the sea of trees, where roots are rivers and sunlight falls like mist, where every step awakens creatures long asleep, Deku scrubs, Korok spirits, and vines that whisper warnings. The four links move in rhythm, one slashing through brambles, another lighting torches, a third hoisting fallen logs. They rescue villagers caught by the wind's minions, creatures of air shaped like eyes and feathers. At the center lies the forest fountain. The air glows green. From the water rises the Great Fairy, vast and serene, her hair trailing like vines in bloom. "Little hero," she says, "you are four, yet one. The wind divides, but unity conquers." She blesses them with the emerald key, a symbol of life's harmony. The trees sigh in relief as the heroes depart. The fairies lead them east to the Flamelands, where rivers of lava glow beneath iron bridges and the wind itself shimmers with heat. Gorons greet them with uneasy smiles. The volcano has grown angry. Its breath chokes the sky. The four links climb into the crater's throat, dodging streams of molten rock. Their teamwork perfect. When one falters, the next catches him. When one slips, another steadies his balance. At the heart of the volcano, the second great fairy emerges, her skin of ember, her hair of living flame. Many seek power, few withstand it. Your courage burns clean, not to destroy, but to protect. Take the ruby key and let it temper your heart. The volcano rumbles, not in anger, but in approval. Northward they climb into the realm of frost, where the snow reflects the sky and the air cuts like glass. Here the wind is silent. It freezes the soul before the body. Each of the four begins to weaken. Their breath fogs, their movements slow, and in the mirrored ice, they begin to see not their reflection, but their doubts. Each faces an illusion. The red one sees himself failing his friends. The blue one sees his anger overpowering reason. The green one sees himself alone, forgotten. The purple sees himself turning into a very shadow he fights. They break the illusions, not by fighting, but by reaching for the other's hands. At that moment, the great fairy of ice descends, radiant, crystalline. "Courage is not warmth," she whispers. "It is the refusal to freeze." She grants them the sapphire key, the final blessing. The path is complete. The three keys fuse into one sigil of light. Wind gathers. The fairies speak in unison. The seal is opened. The sky awaits. A stairway of clouds ascends above the horizon, a living bridge to the heavens. At its peak hovers Vaati's palace, the palace of winds, suspended by storm. The four heroes enter. Rooms shift like dreams. Floors vanish. Shadows scream. The palace itself seems alive, feeding on movement, testing unity. At its heart, bound by chains of air, is Princess Zelda. Vaati stands before her, his body swirling with purple storms, his eyes bright with arrogance. "So, the hero divides himself to fight me again. Fools, you cannot divide the wind. I am storm itself." And the battle begins. Lightning tears through marble. The four links circle him, each blade flashing in rhythm. Vaati shift forms. Wind Mage, Eye of Storms, Phantom Serpent, each more furious than the last. But for every gust, they return with calm. For every storm, they answer with unity. At last, When Vaati gathers the full power of his magic, the four combine their strength. They raise the four sword high, a single flash of blinding light. By the power of the four, by the courage of the one, be sealed. The light consumes Vaati. The storm collapses inward, folding into the sword itself. Zelda falls free, the sky calm again. The heroes return to the sanctuary. The fairies drift around them, their voices fading like a lullaby. You have faced yourselves, they sing. Remember, courage multiplied is not courage lost. Link returns the four sword to its pedestal. The four merge into one. Zelda smiles. You faced the wind and didn't scatter. Outside, the breeze is gentle again, but beneath the stone, faint whispers stir, because the sealed holds, but the hunger of wind never sleeps. Four Swords is the legend of unity, of courage not as a solitary flame, but as a fire shared. In this age, the hero learned that strength divided is not weakened, it's magnified. Vaati's pride was his undoing, believing wind could be commanded, but the hero proved what the gods already knew. Even the strongest wind bends to harmony. Next time, we enter the age when courage must face its own shadow. Join me for episode 6, Ocarina of Time, the hero of time and the breaking of the worlds.